Well, you know that this interaction will be uploaded on YouTube on our channel. So it's a great pleasure to see you here. Yeah, it's a very great pleasure. I
Pleasure to be here.
This is Lawyers Info Hub, and as you know, I'm Mercy. This is a platform where I try to teach law in a little capacity. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I don't know it all, but I feel the little tips I teach here can help someone there to become a better lawyer. I share life experiences. I bring people to talk about any aspect of law or anything I feel that will help a practitioner, a law student to appreciate this practice and this profession and to do it excellently. No, you're all known as the legal queen. So the legal queen, you're welcome to Lawyers Info Hub. We appreciate you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So friends, our guest is Ifoma Ben. She's the convener of the Legal Business Network. She has been doing great. Search for her, the Legal Queen, Instagram, everywhere. She's been doing so well. She's one of those ladies that I look up to, if you don't mind. She's doing great. So, Ma, we welcome you and thank you for honoring this invitation, even though it was on a short notice. I thank you. So, today we are just looking at starting up a law practice. And when I thought about this topic, I felt, who do I call? Who do I reach out to? I said, well, I know I can reach out to you because you have gone through a process, and now you are in a position to teach others, share your life experience, share the pathway, for some other people who are coming through that route, so they will understand what they are going through and what they will go through and what is obtainable. So, starting off, the first question I will ask you is: at what point do you think one can start up his or her practice?
Okay, thank you for that question. In the first place, there's no hard and fast rule as to when you should start, but
Okay.
there are certain things you must put into consideration
Okay.
before you start up. I also think it's more appropriate when you have some sort of pupillage at the early stage of your practice.
Practice.
It helps to prepare you to start up your own practice, at least pass through a mentor,
Okay.
learn some things, ask questions, then you now be able to use that experience to build your own practice. So no particular age, but I would say you must have maybe like 5 years at the bar. Within that period, you would have done a number of things, a number of transactions, and also other forms of dispute resolution, litigation, and other forms of dispute resolutions. Then you have some sort of experience to be able to now run a law firm, because running a law firm is not an easy task. It is something just like running a business. So there are various aspects. So there are so many things you must put into consideration before you start.
Okay.
Because when you are running a business, as a law practice, or rather run your law practice as a business, you have to have experience as to how to run a business. It's not just opening up an office. So you have to also know some business skills to be able to run that practice efficiently and also profitably. So if you're in business and you're not making profit, then you're not in business.
Yeah, for someone out there who wants to start up a practice, you've learned now that you must know how to run it efficiently and profitably, so that it will not be a caricature. Okay. You mentioned issue of pupillage. And most people are not patient enough to learn. I know the learning process is not easy. So for someone who maybe is beginning to practice 2 years, 3 years, and it feels like I can no longer cope with the sir and man. I feel I've learned a lot to, go and start up my own practice. Are you telling the person now to have more patience, or are you saying you can start up at 3 years, at least?
Okay. Like I said earlier, there's no hard and fast rule as to how old you should be at the bar. So you can be a year old, but what the transactions you have been involved in, or the kind of a practice areas you've been exposed to, you would have had enough experience to be able to at least start up something. So I might still be like 3 years or 4 years without really learning enough. So it depends on individual capabilities. There are people who learn fast. There are people who learn fast. Like within a year, you must have learned maybe some things. But ideally, 3, 4, 5 years should be within that period. You have learned so much that you can now set up and be able to build. So, but if you think that within 2 years you have learned enough and be able to really start up and run it profitably, then you can go ahead. But like I said, there are various aspects to running a law firm, and the requisite experience is what will help you to make it profitable.
Thank you very much. So what are those challenges that one will experience in setting up a law office? What are those challenges? As a young lawyer, as an old lawyer who wants to start up, what are those challenges that the person should open his or her mind to, knowing that, in setting up, these are things I can face? So what are those challenges?
Okay, in setting up a law practice, there are certain things you must put in place. Okay. For me, I'm an advocate of running a law practice as a business. If you look at how the law profession, maybe the legal profession started, we see it as a noble profession, and we don't really see it as a business. So it's a profession, but it's a business. Okay. So I am an advocate of running a law practice as a business. Then business skills and principles must apply here. Okay. So you must have your business plan. So in business plan, I didn't say you should have like a 10-page document that says maybe a lot of grammar and all that, but at least you should have a plan as to how you want to run that business. So if you are going to set up a physical office, what is your preferred location? Who is your ideal client, and where are they located? And if you are going to set up this plan, who are you targeting, and where can you find them? So location is also very important in setting up a business. Yes. So that location where you have to site your office or your law firm. So even if you maybe as a young lawyer, you want to run it virtually, or maybe have a home office, it's also good to have a place where you can have meetings, maybe with clients and all that. So you should have that in mind. And these are the things you have to plan ahead. So, and you also look at it whether you want to be a solopreneur, you want to run it as a single person, like a sole proprietor, or you want to employ staff. So if you want to employ staff, you also have it as part of your plan. Then what would be the period, or rather the age of these people that you want to employ? Maybe is a year-old lawyer, 2 years old, 3 years old. Then what will be the salary that you offer them? You have sufficient businesses or sufficient clients to make money to be able to pay them. So these are the things you need to consider. And also, in running a law firm, there are bills you have to pay. So you need light, for instance, to
run,
be able to run. Yes. So are you going to rent an office where you have all those
facilities?
All those facilities maybe. Yes, maybe you have the power holding, You have also generator running in the office and so many other things. Internet. So in this 21st, you don't have somebody in the 80s who is not techie savvy. So if you are running your law practice in the 21st century, you must be techie savvy. You must be able to use modern technologies to be able to
efficiently carry out.
Efficiently serve your clients. So these are areas you need to look at. So you need to look at what will be your monthly expenses and what's likely going to be your monthly income. Who are your clients and how much are they likely to pay? So if you are in this business now and you are going to calculate how much it will be to pay your office rent, to run your to pay maybe service charge for electricity, water, internet, and some other things that you need to really use to effectively run this practice. So you must put all those things into consideration. Know what your expected income is, know what your expected expenditure is, and now know how to balance it. So
wonderful. This is nice. This is good. You've really broken it down. Now, law practice involves a whole lot of research, because there might be briefs that you don't know about or you don't know anything about, and you need to maybe brace up to say, let me take a bite at it. So in terms of material, research, law reports, textbooks, to help your practice, what is your advice to a young person or any lawyer who is starting up? How can he assess this, considering the cost involved? What are those things he can do to, reduce the cost, but assess these materials for his or her practice?
Okay, that's also very important because in our practice, in our profession, in our law business, we do a lot of research. And we're actually being paid for talking and writing. So you are being paid for talking and writing. You write briefs, you draft contracts and all that, or you go and represent your clients in court. So basically talking and writing, and most times you it is normally said that a good lawyer is not somebody who knows all the law, but who knows where to find the law. So yes, and that also envisages some sort of research. So the 21st century law practice has made things a lot more easier. If you are internet compliant, you'll be able to reach out to have access to a number of materials. So many materials you can have access to using the internet. And also, you'll be able to also access law reports online. So there is this, you have Law Pavilion, you have Nigerian Weekly Law Reports, NWLR online. So there are weekly subscriptions, there are monthly subscriptions, there are also yearly subscriptions. So depending on your financial capability, you can look at maybe some of these things and look at the one that will suit you. So I normally do, I have Law Pavilion law reports, the live access with my own personal laptop, and also for the associates in the firm, and also the Nigerian Weekly Law Reports online. Because most times I see that as a 21st century lawyer, a techie savvy lawyer, I don't have to just use one whole room to have law reports and law books. Then if I have to travel for a case in Abuja and I will have to use one briefcase to pack law reports, when I can just have all the law reports in my laptop, and even while in court, I can still do my research and also be making references to law reports. So it's a lot more easier in the 21st century because you have technological tools that you can use to make your practice much more effective and even make it more profitable. So I enjoy young lawyers using these legal tools.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you a proponent of sole proprietorship or partnership? As a young lawyer who is starting up, do you advise the person to start up as a sole proprietor or to form a partnership with friends, or senior colleagues, when starting up? What's your take on this?
Okay, in respect of the structure, it also depends on individual preferences.
Okay.
So there are people, there are even some senior lawyers who, no matter how much they have made, they are still the principal partner, and the other people are associates.
Okay.
So it depends on individuals, but in this 21st century, partnership is the best, is the best form. But depending on your exposure or your experience or your ability to really get somebody that you can partner with, you might consider starting up to run your firm, and also look at other people you can collaborate with in the future. So even if you start up as a sole proprietor, you can still establish a partnership in the future. So you look at it's a matter of preference, for instance, and also the available resources, and being able to get somebody who has the same vision with you. You really cannot partner with everybody. So there are people you may not be able to work efficiently with. So you have to really look for a way to work it out, whether it can be an immediate plan or a future plan. So even if you start as a sole proprietor, you might have in view to build a partnership in the future.
Now, do you encourage lawyers to freelance? Freelancing. Do you encourage that? Freelancing, no physical office, you're over everywhere, looking for briefs, looking for clients, no structure, no physical office. Do you encourage that? Freelancing. Do you encourage that?
Well, it also depends on certain circumstances, but I would rather prefer for lawyers as professionals to really build a structured business. So every business, if you really have plans to grow that business, then there has to be a structure. So if you're talking about freelancing, how long do you want to continue to be a freelancer? Unless it's something you just want to be doing for the moment while you have a bigger picture, while you plan for the future. But I really advise for someone to have a structure. So even if you are starting up as a sole proprietor, you can have a structure. That structure could be that even if you don't have money to rent your own office, you can even have a shared office. There are people who have who rent maybe like a 3-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment, have a common conference room, and have maybe like a large area where they have as their own maybe office spaces, or where they operate from. So maybe they have clients, they can meet them in the conference room. With that, you can start building and start planning for the future. It also, the way you structure your business also helps to attract clients. So if a client knows maybe that you are just somebody who every day you go to maybe a nearby magistrate and you are only waiting for overnight for them for maybe to bring people who are just arrested on the streets and all that, and all you care about is to apply for bail. Then these are the kind of clients you will attract. And if you are even making, because they actually make money too, but is that how you want to run your practice? So you can also, if that is your area of interest, maybe you are interested in criminal litigation, if you build a structure in your business, you'll be able to attract fast briefs, not just those overnight briefs, and come overnight maybe inmates and that charged to court. Just all you care about is to come and apply for bail, get that money, and next time you are looking for another client to approach. So I would advise that you build a structured business. It will help in your career growth, because you really need to. You don't just have to keep on applying
for bail.
For bail every day of your life.
Yeah.
You don't know any other thing about bail application. Is that how you intend to be a senior advocate? Is that how you intend to be a commercial lawyer, a transactional lawyer? Is that how you intend to attract oil and gas briefs or maritime briefs or high profile international clients who want to set up their business and run it in Nigeria? So you need to really think about what you want to build, what you want to be in the future, how you want to build your business. 5 years from now, where do you want to see yourself? So have that long-term plan.
I thank you. You're really talking like the legal queen you are. Thank you very much. Now, as a female lawyer who have started your own office, your own practice, were there challenges that you faced when you started up as a female lawyer, as a woman, you know? So let's go back. What were those things?
Well, nothing good comes easy. Yes, nothing good comes easy. Yeah. If you really want to build something good, if you really want to really make impact, then you must be ready to face the challenge, whatever it is. Yeah. So, as a woman who is running a law firm, and we also have associates in the firm, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. So, you know, at the beginning, you really have to work. In fact, entrepreneurs are, you must be hardworking to be an entrepreneur. So, as someone who is just starting a practice, money might not just start coming. Yes. So you have bills to pay, and you have salaries to pay. So how will the money come? So you really have to work for it to come. So I really had to work around the clock. I really need to work around the clock. I had to build my visibility. I tried to really be visible on social media, let people know who I am, what I do, and what services I can render. So, you know, you market yourself. I know people say maybe lawyers, because of what the RPC says, advertising. There is a difference between advertising and marketing. Yeah. So if I'm here in Lagos, if somebody in let's say in China wants to set up a business here, he's not here in Lagos to know who I am or to know my capability. I have to be visible to be able to get attracted to him or her, to engage me, to render a service. So you really have to, as a young lawyer, if you want to really run your practice and run it profitably, you have to work on your online visibility. Build your website. I have my personal website, informaben.com. I have my firm's website, eminencesolicitors.com. I also have legalbiznetwork.com, which is a platform that I use to service entrepreneurs and startups specifically, which is different from the law firm, Eminence Solicitors. So you have to really be visible. What does your LinkedIn profile say about you? So there was one experience I had sometime last year. I updated my LinkedIn profile and updated my areas of expertise, international intellectual property, data protection, technology law, and all that. And just a week after then, I got about 2 or 3 invites for international conference. And that was how I was invited to speak in Dubai in an IP conference, because I added IP as part of my areas of expertise. So you really need to work on your visibility, your online visibility. your LinkedIn, for particularly because as a lawyer, your LinkedIn profile is very important. You have to work on your LinkedIn profile and other social media platforms. So, yes, depending on who your ID clients are and where they can be found. So you also put out content. So content creation and content marketing has really helped my practice a lot. So as a young lawyer who was starting out then, I got a number of clients from social media because of clients who engaged with my content online, and they were able to give me briefs, and that's how I started building up my clientele. So it's very important that you build your online visibility.
Oh, Legal Queen, I must say that I appreciate our friendship, and knowing you've always been a hardworking lady right from school, and I must say, may God increase you more and more, because the energy with which you are saying all this, I know that whoever will watch this video and is watching this video will catch the vibes, and go forth and begin to practicalize all that we are saying here. Now, you've almost answered all my questions about prospecting, because you talked about prospecting for new clients and all of that. I'm very, 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 very happy. And now, in terms of managing relationship with associates, as a lawyer who is starting up, and at the end of the day, maybe you have all it takes to employ people, what do you advise, or how will I put it? What's your take on employee-employer relationship? What's your advice on that? For someone who has all it takes to start up, employ people, what's your advice on the employer-employee relationship? Because we've had cases where lawyers say a whole lot about their bosses. You are now a boss, So how do you manage the relationship?
Okay, a very good question.
Yeah.
So in the first place, I would say there has to be a cordial relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, there has to be a cordial relationship between the employer and the employee.
Yeah.
For me, my associates and my colleagues, they are my friends, and that doesn't also stop me from correcting them. We learn every day. In fact, we are organizing, our firm is one of our sister companies is organizing a conference, a legal business conference, which is coming up next month. And we are really doing a lot to work on it and other things. So, and I call, we have meetings to discuss, and I share, in fact, if they make, I also value their opinions a lot.
Okay.
I can agree with them, I can disagree. If they have superior arguments, why not? All I need is, if you think it's this way, I'll ask you, okay, why do you think we should do it this way rather than this way?
Hey.
So if you give me sufficient reasons, I can drop my own idea and we'll go with yours, provided that we have seen that your own idea is the best in the circumstance. So I call them my friends, my colleagues. That also doesn't stop me from correcting them when they go wrong, because I also see that I owe them the duty of putting them through, directing them, also as a mentor, not just as a boss or as their employer. So if they don't get things right, I would correct. I would critically analyze everything that is done. Correct. If it means coding, I for them to know it, I can do that. But you also correct with love. So if I see that you're not getting it right, I can call you and say, okay, what is the challenge? What are you what are you really having any challenge in this area? Share with me. Are you having any problem with your personal life? We discuss it. It could be that somebody is under pressure, or someone is having some family issues and all that, and because of that, the person is not able to deliver. But by the time you share this, and possibly calm the person down, discuss, okay, it's going to be fine and all that, and the person has a relaxed mind.
Yeah.
So basically, a cordial atmosphere, having a cordial relationship helps a lot in employer-employee relationship, and also the environment has to really be friendly. So because if it is toxic, then you won't get the best out of the employee.
Wow, 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 wow. This is really great. This is awesome. This is I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot as a person, and I know that whoever is watching this video will also learn a lot. So just in a few seconds, tell us about Legal Business Network, because I'm so interested in that, Just tell me
I'm
about
also
it.
very excited to talk about it.
Yeah, so just tell us about it so that a lot of people can follow you and know what's happening and can grow. Because I see that what you're doing is more beyond, helping people build businesses. It's also more about mentorship. It's also more about, encouraging the young lawyers out there to pattern their practice, in as a business. So just tell us about it. Tell us about it as we close. Okay, you're listening to
Okay.
you.
Legal Business Network
Yeah.
is an organization set up to help, primarily to help startups and entrepreneurs build legally protected businesses.
Okay.
But now we have expanded to organizing events for lawyers, and particularly young lawyers who are interested in practicing law as a business, in running their law practice as a business. So, as the aspect of startup entrepreneurs, we educate them on the legal aspect of business and help them avoid legal mistakes in business so that they can build more profitable businesses. Then on the aspect of what we do for young lawyers, especially, we organize events, legal business summits, where we educate young lawyers on the emerging areas and maybe what their career goals are and how they can actually achieve those goals. So as a young lawyer, target for them is to be through our events, legal business conference, which is coming up soon for the year 2021. We are focusing on the entertainment industry. The theme is entertainment, law, and business issues and opportunities. And in that conference, we are going to be looking at the what the entertainment industry is and the issues and opportunities there, and the role lawyers can play in the entertainment industry, and other areas also we are going to consider. So such events that we organize from time to time, whether online, we organize both physical and online events, and those events are geared at helping lawyers build more profitable law practice. Last year, we focused on technology, leveraging technology to build a profitable law practice. And it was so exciting. It was awesome. It held in Lagos here at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So it was really awesome. So from time to time, we organize these events, most of which are free events, both online and physical events. And this also helps to equip lawyers with the necessary skills they need to know to run their law practice as a business.
Wow, Legal Queen, you're doing so well. I must commend you. It's a different thing that you have the knowledge and you want to share, and it's also a different thing that you have the knowledge I don't want to share. But you have decided to share your knowledge you have so that the young ones coming after us can be better equipped, because this is our profession. We have to build it. This is our profession. We have to bring it to that international standard, that other countries have brought here. And by the time we place it up there, we can benefit from it. I must thank you for honoring this invitation, despite your tight schedule. I know that subsequently we'll do a whole lot together. I thank you for all you do.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm so honored to be here.
I really appreciate your time. I appreciate it. Despite everything, you still made it. I am very grateful. So, friends, if you're watching Lawyers Info Hub and you have not yet subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're thinking. Better hit that subscribe button, share this video. I know the tips we have shared in this video today will help you become a better lawyer, will help you become an exceptional lawyer, an excellent lawyer in your practice. And just join me to thank our guest, Ifeoma Ben. Please follow her on her social media platforms and see what she's doing, because I know she's doing a great job. And please share this video. Tell your friends about Lawyers Info Hub. And I know that you will always watch out for our next video. So thank you, Legal Queen. Thank you for all you do, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.